Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel, and if you're new here, hi, hello, how are you doing? I'm Jordan. Today I have a different kind of vibe video. It's definitely not beauty related, but it's more like lifestyle related, and just something I think people my age or people younger than me or even older than me can kind of relate to. So this video is 5 tips on how to deal with stress, insecurities, the feeling of FOMO, and the feeling of possible like loneliness or feeling left out that comes from social media. Basically, like, do you ever like sit in your bed and you're like scrolling through Instagram or Twitter or Facebook and you just see all these people out or all these people doing things and you're kind of like, what is my life? Like, why am I feeling like this? Like, I'm sitting in bed, like I'm such a loser or a loner or blah, blah, blah. I just kind of wanted to talk about 5 tips that I do to kind of deal with that and get rid of that. Towards the end of my spring semester of college of my sophomore year, I kind of started to feel really lonely and just kind of like not myself, I guess. And you know, I go through periods of that, and I think everyone goes through periods of that. I just kind of wanted to show you guys the tips and tricks that I do to get through that. I have notes on my phone. I always have notes on my phone of like all the videos I come up with, but I just have the notes just in case, you know, I need to like look at it for 5 seconds. Let's run into the video and let's get started. Okay, so tip number 1 is to stay off your phone. I know this kind of seems like such an easy tip, like no duh, like clearly you would stay off your phone if you're feeling stressed or lonely from social media, but sometimes I get so pulled into it that I like keep going through other people's things and I go and stalk people or whatever, or, you know, I'm just like constantly on my phone. And sometimes I just need a break from it, and sometimes I just put it on airplane mode, put it somewhere, and just kind of forget about it for a while. Because if you think about it, if you're feeling stressed or lonely from social media, clearly like just get off your phone, go do something else. So the second tip I have for you guys is to read a book. Now I've recently gotten back into reading. I kind of took a break for like literally 8 million years because I just sometimes am not into it, or just I don't have the time to read, all that jazz. But recently I've developed some time, so what I like to do if I feel like I'm being on my phone too much or I'm feeling like lonely or something, I pick up a book and kind of just escape for a while. It really does help, like, just calm your nerves and calm your stress, and you just kind of escape into this different world. Recently I've been reading a book by Emily Gold called The Heart Says Whatever. It's basically just a book on this young writer who, like, it's like her biography, but she was a young writer, and she kind of talks about like how she got to where she was and her success, and she starts off like all the way from like the age 20 up. So it's kind of relatable right now to me because I'm 20, and it's just kind of funny to hear like what she goes through and what she went through in college and all that. And it's kind of just a relatable book. And if you don't like reading, you can always watch Netflix. That's always a good option too, because it allows you to just stay off your phone and kind of escape into a different reality. But tip number 3 would be to pick up a hobby or do your hobby. Sometimes if I'm on social media and I'm just like, oh my gosh, like why can't I be like this girl or like blah, 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 or just like, you know, feeling lonely, like all my friends are out at a party and I couldn't go, I typically just start doing my makeup. I know that sounds super weird, and it's not like I'm doing it to go out anywhere, but it just kind of like, makeup is kind of like my stress relief, so I instantly just start doing it, and I just kind of feel better towards the end. Just do a hobby, whether it's like, whether you like make necklaces, maybe you can sing, maybe you can like dance, like just kind of go and do that hobby for a little bit, just to kind of, these are all kind of like things to stay off your phone and just get away from them for a second. The 4th tip I suggest is to exercise. I know some of you guys might be like, whoa, Jordan, like I don't want to go work out. I'm not telling you to go do a triathlon, but maybe go for a walk for a second. Like, put your phone down and just go for a walk, go exercise. I used to work in a gym, so I was kind of lucky because I could leave my phone underneath like the desk. But anyways, just leave it in your car, or you know, or just like don't use it that day at the gym. Just like maybe put it in your pocket, turn it off, and kind of just enjoy the time without your phone. It really does make your workout that much better. And I tell you this because exercise is literally like proven to help stress. and insecurities and whatever, I worked in a gym for 2 years, and whenever I saw someone come into the gym who was like pissed off or just like not having a good day, even myself, whenever they left or I left the gym after like an hour workout, literally they felt so much better and I felt so much better. Like your endorphins naturally raise when you're working out. Like you release endorphins when you work out or lift or do whatever, and you just feel instantly happy because endorphins make you happy. So when you walk out of the gym, you're gonna feel better about yourself no matter what. The last tip, the 5th tip, is to, find a good group of friends and make sure they love you and make you laugh and just are there for you 100% of the time. I have done this where I've gotten stuck in friendships that are so toxic and so terrible, and they just make you feel bad and they're not supportive whatsoever. And you know what? It's just kind of good to get out of those friendships, because most of the time whenever I found myself feeling down about social media, it was because I was stalking like an old friend or a friend that treated me badly, or like, just like you see them out with other people and you're like, oh, like why didn't they invite me, like, or something like, I don't know whether you guys understand, but like, you know what I'm saying, like when you're just like, why wasn't I invited to that, or why couldn't I go, like why was she invited and I wasn't. But typically if you have a good group of friends, you'll be invited everywhere because they'll want you to be there. And yeah, I recently just kind of the last year made like some of the best friends I've ever had. Don't get me wrong, I have friends from high school who are like OGs, and I've just found friends who truly like make me die laughing and understand my weird quirkiness, and they understand that I talk so much and that I talk about Chicago a million times and that like I just never shut up, and then sometimes I'm quiet. Like, I don't know, I just found friends who literally understand me. So that's my 5th tip to handling with stress, insecurity, loneliness from social media. I feel like I never feel those kind of things when I'm feeling super loved in the real world. I tend to only feel the loneliness from social media and stuff when I kind of just feel like I have no one at the moment. And if you're sitting there and being like, Jordan, like it's kind of hard to just like put yourself out there, like meet people, or like I don't know whether these kind of people would want to hang out with me, trust me, just put yourself out there and go hang out with people, go try different people, go see, because like the people who you think that you would never get along with are probably the people who you would get along with the most. Literally my newest friend group, like it's not that I never thought I would get along with them, but I was just kind of nervous to hang out with them, and literally they're the funniest, most hilarious people ever. And literally like just don't be afraid to put yourself out there and just meet new people. I was sitting in a class full of probably like 50 people, and I had this girl sitting in front of me and she was talking to this one guy, and like I just didn't know anyone in the class. And I'm just the type of person who hates not knowing someone in my class, because one, I like to study with people, two, it's just like I talk so much that I need someone to talk to. But this girl was wearing a Cubs shirt in class, and I'm from Chicago, and she was talking about Chicago, and I literally just like out of random just like put my head around and I was like, oh, you're from Chicago? Like, I'm from Chicago. And hey Kristen, what's up? Because she's probably watching this, but she is literally like one of the best things that happened to me one of the best things that ever happened to me this year. And that's just simply because I went out on a whim, I like put my head into a conversation, and now I made like a best friend that'll probably last forever out of it. So just don't be scared, ignore social media, do things that make you happy, and just like love yourself, find great friends, and I promise you social media will be the last thing on your mind and you won't even care about it. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. That is my 5 tips to handle stress, insecurities, or the feeling of fear of missing out and stuff like that from social media. I hope these help you, and yeah, comment down below and kind of help out other people. Maybe like what you do, just comment down below like what you do to help handle the stress from it. And yeah, these are just the 5 things that I usually do. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Stay tuned for more. And I'm so excited, I'm going to get my hair done today. That's why it looks like a wreck in this video. It's like totally not done. But I love you guys so much, and thank you for watching. Bye.